Spending's been limited to £768 billion over the next 7 years, although Britain's annual contribution will continue to rise. Now, the figure's less than the European Commission wanted, and the deal still has to be approved by MEPs in the European Parliament. For more on this, let's talk to Mark Reckless, who's the MP for Rochester. Very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Is this a good deal or not?
Yes, it is a good deal. When I put my amendment to Parliament calling for a cut in the budget, the diplomats, our permanent representative in Brussels, the Liberal Democrats, they all said it couldn't be done. The Prime Minister has come back and delivered a real cut in the EU budget worth £150 to every household in this country.
It's not a freeze, though. It's not the freeze, is it?
No, well, initially that was the negotiating mandate, was there's going to be a freeze in the EU budget. That's the best we could hope for. I said that wasn't acceptable. I put an amendment to Parliament. The majority voted for that, and we insisted that there be a cut in the overall EU budget. We've got that, about 3.5% cut, worth £150 for every household in Britain.
Our annual contribution will continue to rise, though?
Well, what happened is, back in 2005, Tony Blair wrote a post-dated cheque, giving away much of our rebate in return for nothing at all. That is set to be cashed over the next few years, and although our overall contribution to the EU budget will fall along with the size in that budget, our net contribution, after the EU's deigned to give us some of the money back, whether through the rebate or spending in this country, that may still rise, although that's not certain. If it does, that reflects the post-dated cheque written by Tony Blair in 2005.
What sense are you getting from the Eurosceptics in the party? Are they content with this?
I think there's been a really positive reaction. I mean, ever since the Prime Minister's speech committing to an in-out referendum on our membership of the EU to let the people decide, I think there's been very strong support for his European policy. He's now gone and delivered this cut in the EU budget that we demanded. And I think we really have to give great credit to the Prime Minister for what he's achieved. It's been very, very impressive.
OK, thank you very much for joining us.